Welcome back everybody, thank you for watching another video. Today we're going to have a closer look at the SIG Romeo Zero. And as always guys, if you feel like purchasing the SIG Romeo Zero at the ending of the video, make sure you check out the link in the description below. Let's begin with some size references here. So here is a standard size Sharpie and here is the Romeo Zero. And as we can clearly see, it is shorter than that pen cap. And I'll rotate it this way so you guys can see what it looks like from that angle. Alright, what about next to some coins? Here is a quarter. Here is a dime. Arrange that so we can see it more clearly. I'll pick this up and you're going to see that this is what the face looks like. It's about the size of a quarter. Okay, so resting right on there. And probably this dime will cover the lens. Check that out. And then just to give you another perspective, here is a quarter on the control side of the red dot. Okay, that's the quarter. Here comes a dime. And here's a quick comparison with the Romeo Zero and the UTG OP3 Micro. Sheesh! Look at how small that is. That can almost backpack on the back of this guy here. Look at the size difference. Let's check out the weight difference. Alright, here is the UTG OP3 Micro with the battery coming in at 35 grams. And here comes the Romeo Zero. Try to hold the battery in here. Ooh, 10 grams. 11 grams? That's surprising because on the paper it says 14 grams. Maybe it means with these two screws, the mounting screws. Yeah, not even that. It's incredibly light. Alright, here's what I'm talking about right here. It says that it should weigh 14 grams, so something must be wrong with my scale. But whatever, 14 grams is still incredibly light. You got 20,000 hours of battery life, 8 daytime settings, and if you're wondering about the battery, it's CR1632. And if you're wondering about the footprint on here, that's what it looks like. So Romeo 1, that's a no-go for slides, cut out for that. But it is good for J-point and Shield RMSC footprints. Now, if you're going to buy the Romeo Zero separately, it's going to come with this chem shield here, and you have to install that on top of your pistol. That's going to stop all the gases and solvents from leaking into the bottom of this guy. So don't take that off if you have a 365. It's not meant to peel off. It's there for protection of the sight. And texturing wise, if you look at the grip on the 365, it matches the texturing on the Romeo Zero. It's a nice touch. So this is a 100% polymer sight. The housing, the hood, all polymer. Even the lens is polymer. It's supposed to be 10 times more impact resistant than glass. But even when you look into these holes, I don't see any metal reinforcement. So you really have to be careful that you don't strip those holes out. And you got your windage adjustment here, elevation on the top. And here is a close look at the rear sight that's notched into the back of the sight. That's going to line up with the front post. Okay, so here is a closer look as to where the adjustment button is, right here on the Romeo Zero. And I don't really have a problem with it being that far in, but the issue is the distance between the button and the back of the lens. They're so close together that you can't get the fatty portion of your finger in there to make the adjustment, and people are really jamming their fingers in there. And if you have really hard fingernails, there's a high probability that you're going to scratch the back half of that lens. So I think they either need to back this button out or move the lens forward somehow. Alright, so here's a look at what the Romeo Zero looks like on the 365. You can tell they made it specifically to fit on this pistol. It just looks really, really nice. Check that out. Alright, and let me give you guys a view of what that dot looks like. And it does have that technology that when you move it around, it'll wake up. And then when it's not in use, it'll shut down. The first couple of settings are kind of useless. There it is right there, the rear sight on that front post, the front sight. So like maybe 1 to 3, very dim. You're probably going to be doing a lot maybe on 6, 7, and definitely 8. But that's a nice looking dot. Now, I didn't have any issues with the Romeo Zero losing its zero. I was able to hit a 12-inch plate from about 25 yards away. And it was really good, and it could be because I didn't remove the actual sight until now, so it still had its factory torque specs while I was using it. So maybe people are over tightening it, I'm not too sure, but I didn't have any issues with it losing its zero. And of course the question on everybody's mind is just how durable is this polymer housing? And I think for the purpose that I'm going to be using it for, CCW, I think this is going to hold up fine. I'm not going to put this on an AR-15 or anything crazy like that, or a shotgun. But I think for CCW and keeping it close to my body, this is going to be perfect. So if you're thinking about purchasing a red dot for your CCW pistol, I think the Romeo Zero is an excellent choice. Remember, if you feel like purchasing one, make sure to check out the link in the description below. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.